In a world filled with darkness and horror, there exists a gruesome story about a sinister character known as Miss Crocodile. The mere utterance of her name sends bone-chilling fear down one's spine. She, the epitome of evil, is a faceless phantom that haunts the nightmares of the brave and the dreams of the innocent. She is not your everyday villain. She is not the type that lurks in the shadows, waiting for the opportune moment. Oh no, she is far from that. She is a monstrous entity that thrives in the spotlight, relishing the terror she brings about. She adores the fear, the panic in the eyes of her victims. That is her life force, her sustenance. Miss Crocodile is not your ordinary serial killer. No, she is an anomaly, a gruesome deviation from the norms of villainy. She is the chaos that defies order, the darkness that eclipses light, the terror that engulfs peace. Her actions are unpredictable and her methods unconventional. She does not murder for revenge nor for pleasure. She kills because she simply can. She possesses supernatural abilities that are beyond the realm of human understanding. She wields her powers with frightening precision, using them to enact her terror-filled plays. It is as if she has an invisible paintbrush, and with a single stroke, she can paint a masterpiece of horror. She can transform herself into various objects and creatures. With a mere thought, can shapeshift into anything she pleases. The world is her canvas, and she is the artist, painting her grotesque masterpieces with the brushstrokes of her transformations. Her ability to change form is not just a testament to her power, but an exhibition of her twisted creativity. From a menacing truck, she can become, lurking in the night, ready to pounce on the unsuspecting, then into a police car, a symbol of safety turned into an instrument of horror. It is a chilling sight, one that makes your blood run cold and your heart pound against your ribcage. She can become a harmless kitten, deceiving her victims with her deceptive innocence before striking them with her deadly claws. She can shapeshift into a seemingly innocent keyboard, waiting patiently for her victims to come to her. Each key, a trap waiting to be sprung, each letter, a silent scream of horror. She blends into the background, becoming a part of the mundane before with lethal precision. And then, as if to mock humanity and its love for food, she can transform into a mouth-watering pineapple pizza, a symbol of joy and togetherness, turned into a deadly weapon of terror, a sight that is both enticing and terrifying, a sight that forever changes how one perceives the delicious dish. Yet despite all her horrifying transformations and chilling deeds, she remains a mystery, a puzzle that refuses to be solved, a riddle that eludes even the most brilliant minds. She is an enigma, wrapped in a conundrum, shrouded in a mystery, an entity that defies all logic and explanation. She is the embodiment of fear, a testament to the existence of pure, unadulterated evil. In a world filled with darkness and horror, there exists a story about a sinister character known as Miss Crocodile. She is not your ordinary serial killer. No, she possesses supernatural abilities that allow her to transform herself into various objects and creatures, from a menacing truck to a police car, a harmless kitten to a seemingly innocent keyboard, and even a mouth-watering pineapple pizza. But her true nature goes beyond her shape-shifting abilities. Miss Crocodile has a taste for the macabre. Her favorite dish is nasi goreng, made from the flesh of innocent grannies, accompanied by a cup of coffee brewed from the teeth of her unfortunate victims. And how does she choose her victims? Well, she waits patiently for them to be in their most vulnerable state, when they are defecating. With her supernatural powers, she pulls her victims out from the depths of their closet holes, where they thought they were safe. And as if her gruesome acts weren't enough, Miss Crocodile leads a double life as a game YouTuber, hiding her true identity behind a facade of innocence. This is a tale that will send shivers down your spine, a story that delves into the darkest corners of the human psyche. Prepare yourself for a journey into the unknown, where the line between reality and nightmare becomes blurred. As you watch this video, let the haunting melody of a dark and creepy piano guide you through the depths of this twisted tale. Brace yourself for the unexpected, for the horrifying, and for the bizarre. This is the story of Miss Crocodile, a tale that will leave you questioning the very nature of evil. Bizarre story.
The darkness seems to have a different tale in our small city, a tale of horror and despair that sends chills down the spine. In the tranquil quiet of our seemingly peaceful town, a terror lurks unseen. A terror that goes by the name of Miss Crocodile, a moniker that may sound benign but hides a chilling reality. This is no ordinary criminal, but a serial killer with a horrifyingly unique modus operandi. She preys on young single women, a demographic that, in her twisted mind, she deems perfect for her unspeakable atrocities. The horror doesn't end at the murders. Oh no, it's just the beginning. The mutilated remains of her victims are transformed, turned into sweetbreads, chocolate chips, and crispy fries. These gruesome delicacies, sold on online stores, are consumed by unsuspecting customers who rave about their taste, oblivious to the true nature of their meals. You might think this is a tale from a horror movie, but the reality is far more terrifying. Among the unsuspecting victims was someone very dear to me, my girlfriend, a beautiful soul with an infectious smile. She was the kind of person who saw the best in everyone, who radiated warmth and kindness wherever she went. She was the light of my life, and she was snuffed out far too soon. She was drawn into Miss Crocodile's web like a moth to a flame. The lure of the sweet bread, the chocolate chips, the crispy fries. Little did she know the horrifying truth behind those seemingly innocuous treats. Her disappearance was like a cold wind that extinguished the joy in my life. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. The emptiness was unbearable. The silence, deafening. The world continued to spin, but my world had come to a standstill. Then the chilling truth emerged. The sweet bread, the chocolate chips, the crispy fries that everyone adored, that she adored. They were not what they seemed. My heart sank as I discovered the gruesome reality. My beloved, my light, had been reduced to a mere ingredient in Miss Crocodile's macabre recipe. She was gone, transformed into something unimaginably horrific. A victim of Miss Crocodile's unspeakable acts. Miss Crocodile was no ordinary killer. Her powers were beyond human comprehension. She was not just a murderer, but a supernatural entity. Possessed with abilities that defied the laws of physics, she could fly, teleport, and even transform herself into various forms. She could become a car, a motorcycle, even a flagship mobile phone, a chameleon hiding in plain sight. But her most chilling ability was her power to transform her victims. She would take the essence of their life and shape it into something else entirely. Young women would mysteriously vanish, only to reappear as sweetbread, chocolate chips, and crispy fries. It was a grotesque parody of creation, a horrifying testament to her monstrous nature. Her past was as murky as her intentions. She had once been a chef in a renowned restaurant of a bustling city. But ambition and a thirst for power led her down a dark path. She made a pact with Satan himself, trading her soul for these terrifying powers. Evasion was her game, and she played it well. Despite the trail of horror she left in her wake, she remained elusive, always one step ahead of the law, always out of sight. She was a predator in the truest sense, always a step ahead, always unseen. The terror of Miss Crocodile is far from over. Her shadow still looms over our city. This unseen threat, this faceless menace, continues to lurk in the dark corners of our lives. Just like a phantom, she hovers, always waiting, always watching. Her insidious presence is a chilling reminder that danger is never far away. She is a predator, a silent hunter who preys on the vulnerable. Young, single women living their lives unaware of the peril that lurks in the shadows. This is not some tale spun to frighten children. This is our reality. A reality that we must face with courage and vigilance. We must keep our eyes open, our senses alert for her, for Miss Crocodile. But remember, this is not a fight we face alone. Together, we can protect our city, our loved ones, and ourselves. The next victim could be anyone. It could be you or someone you love. Stay alert and stay safe.
On the remote and icy shores of Svalbard, a series of bewildering events began to unfold. A place famed for its stark beauty and harsh winters, the archipelago was no stranger to the peculiarities of nature. But these events, they were different. They bore the indelible mark of something unnatural, and at the heart of it all was an entity known only as Ms. Crocodile. Miss Crocodile, the name alone chills the blood. A serial killer of a unique ilk, she had a taste for an unusual prey. young boys who dared to taunt her on her gaming YouTube channel with their negative comments. She was no ordinary predator. Her method of dispatch was as chilling as the Arctic winds themselves. Turning her hapless victims into firewood and sardines, she left a trail of gruesome mystery in her wake. Her abilities, however, extended far beyond her terrifying methods of execution. Miss Crocodile possessed the power to shapeshift, becoming as unassuming as a snowmobile or a cable car, as innocuous as a cigarette or a teapot. In her many forms, she stalked the icy wilderness, a phantom in the snow. One of her most chilling abilities was her power to swim beneath the ice, navigating the frigid waters with an eerie grace. But even more terrifying, she could breathe life into the humble snowman, turning these symbols of winter fun into her monstrous minions. The snowmen under her command would assist her in her nefarious hunts, instilling fear into the hearts of those who dared to cross her path. Yet, every predator has a weakness, and Miss Crocodile was no exception. She harbored a deep-seated fear of the most unlikely adversary, a tiny polar bear donning red underpants. This absurd sight was enough to reduce her supernatural abilities, a chink in her otherwise impenetrable armor. Her reign of terror transformed Svalbard. A place once known for its icy tranquility was now a landscape of fear. The chilling tale of Miss Crocodile, her horrific actions, and the profound impact she had on Svalbard will forever be a dark chapter in the history of this remote archipelago. And so the mystery of Miss Crocodile continues to haunt the icy wilderness, a chilling reminder of the terror that once stalked these frozen shores.